Hey, parents and future students of Mountain View Prep. This is Matt Talley, a principal. I'm going to start doing some of these recordings as we get further and further into the year. We get a lot of different questions come up in our parent meetings, and some parents have asked for frequently asked questions. So we're going to try to do that in the form of a video, just go through some of the information that we've discussed with parents that have attended the meeting or parents that have reached out to us via email or via our social media. Just kind of want to start by identifying who we are and what we do. Obviously, we are a free public charter school that serves grades 7 through 12. We are a sports and sports entertainment focused school, meaning that we are geared towards students that have an interest in working in the sports and sports entertainment industry as a career. Obviously, students that want to participate in sports, athletics is a big part of what we do, but the curriculum that we have is truly geared towards sports and sports entertainment. For example, if you want to be a sports broadcaster, sports journalist, an athletic trainer, a fashion designer, a fashion photographer, a graphic designer, or work in sports marketing or sports management, then this is the school that will get you started on that pathway through our CTE program, which is Career and Technical Education. So that's a big part of who we are and what we offer from an educational standpoint. Our curriculum focuses on two things. We have an honors level curriculum, and then we have those students that are taking real college classes, the dual enrollment classes, starting as early as 10th grade. Our goal is for students to take as many college classes as they can while a high school student, because again, those classes are offered tuition free. We have a partnership with Spartanburg Community College. We're excited to share that news with everyone, excited to work with Spartanburg Community College and the opportunities that they can provide for our students. As you've seen, if you've looked at our sample schedules, the juniors and seniors will take their dual enrollment classes on the campus of Spartanburg Community College. Our 10th graders will take their dual enrollment classes here on MVP's campus. Transportation will be provided to those students, juniors and seniors. If they can't drive themselves to Spartanburg Community College, we will have shuttle buses and transfer them back and forth between the campuses if that is an issue that parents are concerned with. If you have looked at our sample schedules, just some questions that have come up. The biggest thing to note is the times. Again, those are sample schedules, but our junior high and ninth grade students will start at 7:45. So morning drop off will probably start around 7:15. Students can be dropped off 7:15. They can sit in our commons area or go to their homeroom before that 7:45 class starts. Our sophomores, juniors, and seniors, their day would not start until 8:35. So those car riders would show up well after. Our car line has had its chance to run its course, and those students are in the building. So the times are the big part. So dismissal for our junior high ninth grade would be around the 2:20 hour. So we would start stacking our car line around 2:20, around 2 o'clock. And our sophomores, juniors, and seniors, they would dismiss a little later around 2:45. So again, the sample schedules, we've got some questions. Is math always first thing in the morning? Science first thing in the morning? No. Again, those classes will change depending on what that student is actually taking. So again, the big thing to take away from those sample schedules is just the time. But important to understand that all of those academic offerings are honors level offerings until you get to that 10th grade, 11th and 12th grade. That's when some of those offerings become those dual enrollment classes. So again, that's something that we've been asked a whole lot about. The offerings is this class always offered at this time? Important to understand those are just sample schedules, and we will have a better idea once we start getting official transcripts from the students that have already signed up and the students that end up enrolling with us. Transportation's a big part of, again, questions that have come up. We already mentioned that juniors and seniors will be provided transportation to Spartanburg Community College if that is something they need. From an athletic standpoint, we've been asked several times, what about the junior high students and freshman students? Obviously, if you've looked at kind of some of the renderings, if you've been to a meeting, our athletic facilities will not be completed once school gets started. So we will have to rent and lease some facilities for our athletics, for our athletic teams to practice and prepare for games. So a question is, do you have to transport your kids to practice? No, once you get them to school, we will transport them to their practice location. And then parents will obviously be responsible for picking their student athletes up once practice has concluded. But again, all that information will be shared between coaches and athletes once those teams are established, once those locations are established. So again, as a parent, the only thing you need to worry about is getting your kid to school, and whatever sport they'll play, we will provide transportation to that practice location. We've received a lot of questions about sports and how many sports a student's allowed to play. Well, as long as there's no conflicts during the season, we encourage our students to play as many sports as they would like. Multi-sport athletes is something that we're going to encourage here at the school. Our coaches understand that with our numbers, again, if you've been to a parent meeting, if you've read our website, you understand that we hope to start our school off with 500 kids, understanding that we will have to share athletes. So again, a question that's come up several times in some of our meetings is, our students encouraged to play one sport or as many sports as they can? As long as there's no in-season conflict, then students are encouraged to be multi-sport athletes. Okay. We'll continue to post these videos more and more, like we said at the start. And as we have these meetings and more questions come up, I think it's important that we share this information as often as we possibly can. Again, we are a free public charter school hoping to start with 500 students. Again, our pillars are the dual enrollment classes and the CTE programs that students will start taking their ninth grade year. So again, if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us via the website, via email. Continue to check our Facebook, our Instagram for updates. And again, our website is www.mvpstars.org. Please don't hesitate to ask. We look forward to talking and meeting you very soon.